because during his days, the bulk of Nigerian players are mostly from Oyo State.
From Oyo State.
From Oyo State. We have the best international goalkeeper, who's currently the chairman of Oyo State Handball Association now. We have the likes of Roshi and Kola Adejumo, the present GM of Oyo State Sports Council. Also, we have lots of them.
How did you come about developing those players back then? I mean, you just mentioned names that are representing Nigeria on the world stage, where Oyo State played a part. How did you develop? How were the players developed then? And what is development right now, you're saying?
Well, the development then was more or less passion, because the game then was about the number 2 sports we have in Nigeria. During the days of when Nigeria was preparing for the African Games in 1973. Like I was coming right away from Osun State. I've been following the comments and, contributions of my big Oga here. Where we had the national coach. Then it was mainly the force. The armed forces that were solely involved in handball then. So that migrated, to other states and other schools right from Lagos State. So the development then was, more imminent and practical. Consistent then, because, they gave back to schools, they gave back to states. But this time around, football has taken over. Basketball has taken over. So the development is, not...
Is it because football has taken over, or is it because a little bit of handball instead of sat back and were not doing the job?
I wouldn't say so.
It's popularity.
It is the popularity. Back then, handball was popular. Handball was a popular game.
But I guess football was popular.
More popular than handball.
Football is number 1 sport. We all agreed about that. But handball was more popular then. Unlike now, where you have the sponsorship drive. Now basketball has even taken over, if care is not taken. Well, simply because football is number 1. That's why you have basketball and you have other sports too. But now we're standing with the constraints handball is having, the girl is moving. The girl is moving forward now.
You're talking about the constraint, and I'm trying to pull out the popularity. If handball was popular back then and didn't popular, then there's something that has been going wrong somewhere that doesn't make it as effective as before.
It has to be the level of sponsorship drive. That's one. The level of competitions that you do have in a year. Like in the last 8 or 9 years, handball has gone to sleep
in the cooler
due to inability of the past federation to work, not really giving back, the development of that game. But by virtue of the situation now, where we have the, energetic president that we have now, that's Mr. Sam Mojid, he has done so well to bring handball back to life in Nigeria. Like about a month ago or so, we've just finished the President Handball League that has been in the cooler for almost 8-9 years. Are you getting me? And presently now, the National Division 1 League is on now in Kaduna. So definitely, you see the revival of handball is coming back to stage. And I hope in the next 1 or 2 years, handball will be more popular back again as expected.
But let me stay with Oyo State. Where do handball players train in Oyo State?
Now or then?
Now.
Well,
maybe somebody out there might just be interested in handball. I might just have that passion. What is even in handball? I want to be part of the training stuff.
Okay.
Where do they train?
Okay. There is one at Adejumo state-owned stadium. The handball pavilion is there, and there is this other Femi stadium at the Liberty Stadium. So those are the 2 main standard pavilion courts that we have in Oyo State.
How many coaches of handball in Oyo State have? How many coaches do they have? Are there enough coaches?
We have enough coaches.
There are, but not still yet enough. Because during our days, when my guy was still there, and I was there before I moved to Osun State, there is always a coach in every zone. And in that zone, the coach, we have to touch around all the schools to get all these players down. And back then, there used to be competitions from the zones. From the zones, where you have all these players from the zones. So that by the time they come down to Ibadan, they will pick the best for the state. That was why I said Oyo State formed the bulk of the national team players back then.
But those zonal competitions doesn't occur anymore.
It still continues,
but not as
it's
before.
still, because at time I think as at last week or so, there was this trials held among secondary schools, you know, so that the grassroots development program will continue. So still have it.
Okay, you can be part of the program. But first, if you're on Facebook, Pensioners FM 106.7, you can watch us live. And of course, you can be part of the program by calling to the studio lines 0908 09081 11 1067 09081 11 1067 08080 10 1067 08080 10 1067. I asked the question the other time, who was my guest last week and what sport did they represent? You can send me your questions, your opinions, your additions, and of course you could answer my question as well. One more free subscription for you of any network if you get it right. This is Sport Drill on Pensioners 106.7 FM. Still staying within Oyo State. Do we have a club side, handball club side in Oyo State?
Well, we used to have.
Yeah,
Before.
What's the name of the one that was before that is not?
We have the Oluyole Warriors.
Associated with 3SC or
No,
on his own?
on his own. Like, basketball too, they name their club Oluyole.
Okay.
Then football Oluyole. Just to make sure that we capture the name of the state. That is why the club was named Oluyole.
But it's no more at this moment.
Well, we actually tell you that we are trying to come up again. Any moment from now, that club will spring up.
That was the last time really handball club. I mean, before they went to, it wasn't no more again.
You see, I have to let you know that we have a status in the Organization of Handball Competition.
Okay.
From the Handball Federation of Nigeria. You understand? Now we have Division 2, we have Division 1, then we have Premier League. But the club was playing in the Division 1 before then, but we hardly scaled through to the Premier Division.
They weren't good enough?
Not that we are.
They met better opponents?
We met better opponents. And because the game has moved from the southwest here to the northern part of the country, we had problems in attending competitions because of lack of enough funds. And just because of this, the team could not be seen.
For how many years now?
I've just worked about 6-7 years now.
6-7 years?
Yeah.
13, 12?
Till date.
Till date.
Yes.
So is there any hope of it springing up at all?
Yes.
And what's the setup going to be like?
Yeah, the setup is like last week now. We had a sort of veteran game at Adamasingba here.
Okay.
Where the veterans in the state gather each other, and then we invited the mega veterans from Abuja. They were here around this time last week. In fact, that place was Agog. And then the aim of that competition is to get ourselves together so that we can see what we can do for the upcoming players in the state. We want to make sure that we resuscitate the game of handball, bring it back to the level it was, if not higher than that. And I want to tell you, in the next few months, you are going to see what we are doing. I may not want to come out with the plans that we have here. Sorry about that.
Another caller. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Am I on to Pensioners FM?
Yes, Pensioners 106.7 FM.
Oh, thank you.
Who am I speaking with?
One or two questions from your guest studio.
Okay, please, sir, who am I speaking with?
And I want to appreciate you for all these things you have been saying.
Thank you very much.
And I want to know what activities you had in the past, whether you played from the kids, the national, and your I'm talking about
So I like that. Thank you very much, sir. I guess I'm speaking with Elder Miloju. I know that voice very well. Yes, sir. If you remember, when we came newly to Oyo State in 1978, we came into your hands. You were the one in charge of handball then. And I could remember you were able to take us, if not around Nigeria, regarding the game of handball in terms of participating in competitions. You know then that I was playing and I was coaching. And with your efforts and the support of the state, we are able to attend so many national competitions within Nigeria here. And you are also aware that through your these activities that we engage in, I became a national player, and I represented the country in so many national and international competitions. Not only me then, under your leadership, you and Coach Ojuola and Iyola, both of them of blessed memory, I realize what you have done for us in order to make sure that we excel in this game of handball. So may God bless you. I eventually became a national player with coach of others, Bola Debi, Theophilus Oladejo, Kayode Oyewusi, Mary Taro, Samuel Johnson, and coach of others. So I think the State Sports Council also did a lot by promoting the game of handball. You remember equipment was supplied then. And I also still remember that the state government, under the leadership of Brigadier Jenny Biamo, went to Germany to bring in supply of sports equipment, including handball posts, balls, and canvases, jerseys, and so on. All these things were distributed to schools, where coaches also follow suit to make sure that they were not underutilized. So I want to tell you that your efforts in promoting the game of handball in Nigeria is something to write about.
That's pass in the top of the touch. In it goes. Bogdanovich. Great steal. Freedom of the court to throw it down one-handed for the USA. Still a spot drill. Walker gets it. On pensioners was responsible. Mr. Mojid Adejumo. Mr. Sola, ex-internationals in the game of handball for Nigeria. Coaches who have seen it all have been talking about handball, the development, the deterrent, and of course trying to provide a solution. That is why this program has been designed for development of sport, not just football, but every sport in our state and of course further beyond. Gradually reaching the home stretch. Classic got 1 or 2 questions for both. To talk about at the national level, we are having a better administration because for me, for the survival of any sport in anywhere in the world, the administrative aspect should be number one, the system. Going to your states, if you talk about national level, seems like things are going on well, according to what you said. Now, within our state, the administrative parts, I don't even know if people actually know who the chairman is, the secretary, and how is it being handled.
Well, you are talking about the board. That is the association.
Definitely.
Yes, I want to let you know that without money or fund, even if the association is being put in place, there's nothing much that they can do.
So you're telling me there's no money at the moment?
Yes, because there's no way you want to promote sports without having fund.
How do you source for fund?
Yes. How to source for fund is by reaching out for sponsorship. That is one. 2, through the state government. Because yearly there must be budget for all the sports. And when it is time for you to go to competition, you have to apply and let the government know that this type of program is coming up and Oyo State would like to take part. Those days, the way we do it, during the days of my father, Elder Ojo, that I've just spoken, Oyo State will be in camp for more than 6 weeks before any competition. And in that camp, we will have seen the players, or we will have played more than 3 or 4 friendly matches, travel from here to Abeokuta, to Ilorin, to Ondo State. We play at Lagos. Even we invite Nigerian Army. They come and play us. We go there, we go and play them. We go to the institutions like UI, University of Ife. We have enough. So before leaving home for that competition, you are gone. You know what you are going to do over there. You know how it will look like.
So are we saying money is the reason why handball is not thriving?
Not handball only. Most of the sports in this.
Why do associations actually rely on government alone for funds?
Yes, because most of the firms, the companies that are supposed to come up, when they are approached, they will promise and decline.
You know? Why would they promise and decline?
Yeah, I don't know why they do that, because we are not finding it so easy.
Okay, let me put it this way.
Yeah,
if I have a firm, a company, yes, and I want to sponsor a particular sport, there should be something I'm saying that attracts me to sponsor that sport. If I'm not saying anything, you can't expect me to put my money on what I'm not saying. Let's say if there are no developmental programs, if I see developmental programs, and I felt, okay, this is worth putting my money on. Maybe because there are no programs for companies to sponsor.
Well, I wouldn't agree with that. I want to tell you that we have programs. Because even those days, that we're talking about, we have so many under 12 players.
But you have sponsors then?
We don't.
Who was responsible for?
The government.
Did everything. The funding, feeding, majorly the government. So from the beginning, that means they have not been.
It used to be government.
Government or true.
Yes. Where we have little support, it's going to be so partial from any of the companies. We have not had a company that are so single-handedly, carrying our team out of.
Now, what has been the reason why multinationals don't actually want to sponsor Nigerian sports? Let me put it that way.
Well, I don't know, maybe because of the system in place.
The system
in place.
Accountability,
yeah, sure.
Transparency.
Because I used to know that in countries like Germany,
okay,
let me take Cadbury for example. Maybe there's a guy running 100 meters. Let me just digress from Handball a bit. You will find out that that company is behind that player, that athlete. Going to fund the camping, the food, the athlete, everything. And even the equipment. Even how it goes to trials, meets, and so on and so forth. But we have not been having it like that in Nigeria.
It's a long journey.
Even as a coach, I do follow my secretaries to where we want to go and beg for money or want to seek sponsorship. The way they behave towards there, you will know that it's not easy to get sponsored.
12:53. Before I go, one last question from a guest. I'm going to put them in very positions. And 30 seconds, 1 minute. You are a Handball president of Nigeria, Mr. Sola. Yep. What will you do for the development of Handball in Nigeria? If you happen to be the Handball president of Nigeria today.
Well, it's happening now. As the president, as our president is doing now, I was trying to do more better than what is happening.
In what way?
Well, number one, the sponsorship drive is one. Then two, the level of competitions that has to take place in a year, both the Premier League, the Division 1, championships, to revive all competitions, and then you will see more development of the game.
And Mr. Mojid, if you are the president or let me say the chairman Handball Association in Oyo State, how will you take Oyo State Handball forward?
Well, talking from experience, I know I must make sure that the coaches are on the field. That is one. They go to schools like we used to do in the past. They get their teams ready, and I make sure that I organize competition maybe every 2 months in order to make sure that the players are identified. If you're talking about age group competition, once they identify, we put them in a pool. Coach, so, you are the one in charge of this team. Henceforth, make sure you monitor the team. But that is not enough because provision of fund, then provision of equipment.
Are there even enough equipment in Oyo State?
We used to have in the past.
Everything seems to be in the past.
We used to have in the past. For now, we are trying. I want to tell you the fact. We are trying, but it's not up to the level that we. Because when you are training an handball team, at least you should have about 20 balls on the court. For a very
good training.
Yeah.
If you want to be an handball player, don't get it lost. There's actually a future. There's a handball court there for you to train. You can walk up. Or maybe you need someone to contact. Maybe you can contact me then and I can put you through. 09026721042. 09026721042. You can just contact me then. We know where to go next. Of course, it's been a lovely time on the show Sport Drill this afternoon. I'm personal as well, 6.7 FM. So good for my guest, Mr. Mojid. Thank you for coming to the show.
Thank you.
And of course, Mr. Sola, thank you for coming as well.
Thank you very much.
Of course, this is where the radio to be. Pensioners as well, 6.7 FM. Agbari Goniweke, the city of Ibadan. Like I used to say, sport is live. Always exercise your heart. The Sport Illuminator says, have a lovely weekend. Good afternoon.
Yes! Who said Inter on their way? Manchester City have the lead on 71 seconds. That burst must be earlier, and they should have blocked the clock.